Welcome to Daily Interviews. I'm your host, Larry W. Robinson. Today, I'm talking with Mike Fallat. I love the flag. He inspired me to put my own flags up today. I absolutely love it. But we're going to talk about 7 marketing secrets to grow your business. He has a phenomenal quest that he's doing with his business, and I invited him on the broadcast to tell you all about it and much more. So, Mike Fallat, welcome to Daily Interviews.
Thanks so much for having me, man. I've been seeing what you've been doing, and it's awesome, and I really am very appreciative that you had me on, man.
Thank you, sir. All right, so tell the listening audience before we actually get into our conversation about Dream Starters University.
Yeah, so it's been since 2008. I've been an entrepreneur, and I've been down, I've been up, I've failed 1,000 times, and then I started to put the pieces together and started to become what people call successful. And entrepreneurship is a day-to-day battle, so you always have to stay afloat. But I think I've figured out a couple things that I can tell other people and help them along in their own business ventures. So that's what Dream Starters University is all about. And Dream Starters University is based off of helping entrepreneurs gain credibility. We help entrepreneurs write and publish best-selling books, and then we teach them how to use that as a marketing tool to grow their dream business.
All right. Why do you encourage people to become entrepreneurs?
Entrepreneurs, there's something about them. They have this passion inside of them. They would turn their passion into profits. They basically live a life that is like a learning lesson for others, what to do, what not to do. But it's great for the economy. It's great for the spirit. Back in the early 1900s, I think it was right around, almost 50% of the American population were entrepreneurs. And every year since then, it's been declining. Less than 8% of people are entrepreneurs in the United States. So what it goes to show you is that people are becoming reliant on jobs, other people to give them things, and going out there and getting a degree so they can get a job and work for somebody else so they can help other people's dreams come true. Well, entrepreneurship is, statistics have shown, they're one of the most happy people out there, and there's a couple different reasons for that. But the more you're in control of your destiny, which entrepreneurs are, the happier you are, the more successful you become, and the more value you add to economy in general. So I believe more people should become entrepreneurs.
But what do you say to the person that says, well, I don't know how to start a business. I wouldn't know what to do to start a business. I don't have the gifts and talents to start a business.
Well, that's crazy. From what I've learned this whole way, that I'm a B student. I grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I grew up with no connections. I grew up with no money, and I'm able to see the people who are really successful and the drive and the hunger are the ones who come from nothing. A couple of people I work with, they come from nothing. They use that as motivation to get out of it and really make a dent in the world. So I think the people who say that are just kind of putting themselves in a hole and saying, you know what, I'm never going to make it because I'm not good enough. And that's a terrible way to look at it. You're a victim already. So as soon as you have that victim mentality, you're not going to succeed in life in general. But what I would use is your story. So even if you don't have network, you don't have the connections, you don't have the money, the way to do this is to start a service. Add value to somebody's life. The phrase I always use is be valuable to valuable people, and you'll make a lot of money by doing that.
That's tweetable. Be valuable to valuable people.
Right. So you could take that and say, you know what, as long as I'll find somebody wealthy and I'll add value to their life. Or I don't even look at it as just money. Somebody who's a mover and a shaker out there, somebody who's really trying to make a difference, add value to that person's life, because if they're going somewhere and you're with them and you're helping them do it, you're going to go somewhere. It's the law of attraction. I think the more you try to put yourself out there, more people find you. But also, it's just you're doing something that is inspirational and motivational, and only good things can come from that, because other people out there are having the same dreams, same visions, and they want to magnetize to you and what you're doing, and it becomes a snowball and grow from that.
You know what? One of the biggest excuses that I hear for people not wanting to either start a business or live their dreams is because they'll say things, well, I come from a small city. I don't like, for instance, what you said, I don't have many connections. I just don't have the tools and the resources. But
you have the internet, right? You have the phone.
I was just getting ready to say, the internet has kind of leveled the playing field.
Cool.
I just said this at an event this weekend. Even if people in your community don't like you, or you don't feel that you have their support, etc., you have the internet. You have a worldwide audience. How important is it to use the tools that we have at our hand? If I was in church right now, I would say use what you have in your hand, Moses, but to take what you have in your hands and work it till you get the desired results.
You said it best there, man. Social media. If you have a phone, you are in the game somehow. Social media has given a fighting chance for anybody to win in business. And with Instagram, with Facebook, and with Twitter and Snapchat, you have the ability to find exactly who you're looking for, exactly, dead on, and offer them something or help them do something. So social media, through their free services, I'm telling you right now, just through time, a little bit of effort, a little bit of research, you're able to find groups on Facebook doing exactly what you are doing, or that industry, that niche, without spending a dime, without leaving your house. I'm telling you right now, I rarely ever leave the office. I don't have to. You don't never have to leave your computer. And by doing that, you're going to save time on travel, through gas, through hotels, all the stuff you had to do in the 70s, the 80s, and prior to meet people, to make the right connections, gone. Right now, I'm telling you right now, I have a tool that's going around on Instagram, finding anybody with the hashtag entrepreneur, which I'm looking for entrepreneurs to help them offer, to write a book. It's going around and liking all of their pictures. So eventually they're going to see that I'm liking their pictures, and they're going to follow me. And tonight or tomorrow or whatever it's going to be, I'm going to reach out to these people and say, hey, would you want a book published? And it all takes maybe 5-10 minutes. I can reach, 200 more followers. Done. So it comes down to just being very efficient with your time. And social media, if you're not using it correctly, then you're doing something really backwards. Startup people, start out with using social media to the fullest potential.
Speaking of social media and hashtags, it allows people to connect, to do just what we're doing today. How important is it someone said the follow is in the fortune is in the follow up. So for instance, our connection, I think you liked the picture. I said, well, let me go see who this cool guy is, and went to your page and checked out some of your stuff, sent you a message, and then we just kind of exchanged information, and bam, here we are today, creating content.
And all that came from nothing, no dollars spent, right?
Right.
So right now I always say your network equals your net worth. So the way you get further in life is by meeting right people in right places, and then timing, obviously. So I have never heard of you until social media. It costs $0. Now we're doing an interview, and then we're potentially able to add value to people's lives that are watching this or listening to this, right?
Right. Good deal. Talking today with Michael Fallat, or Mike Fallat.
Mike. Yeah, Michael T sounds too serious.
All right, Mike Fallat. 7 marketing secrets to grow your business. Just giving you an introduction. But first, let's go on into it. Let's talk about some of the marketing secrets that we can use to grow our business. Number 1.
Okay, so before we get into that, in my book called Dream Starter, the Startup Business Guide for the Diehard Entrepreneur, I have 7 essentials for starting a business.
Okay.
So I'll talk about that first, and then we'll go right into the marketing. Because if you don't know what business you have or what your strengths are and all that, then you're going to be marketing yourself in the wrong way. That's the problem.
Okay.
So the number 1 thing you need to start a business is vision. I say it to people all the time. Vision. Where are you going in life? Reverse engineer your life. When I go to motivational speaking gigs and I talk to people, different colleges, I'll tell people, and this sounds really crazy, Larry, I don't know if you know about this, I tell people to write their dream obituary. So what that does is get people to think about the very end of their life. And they're able to write down who they want to become. Okay, well, if I'm going to die this way, I want to be remembered as this, and a speaker, and a business person, and a great family man, a great friend, and a great spouse. And now you reverse engineer your life back to where you are now. And then either you're on the right path or you're off the right path. So vision.
So give me a memorable sentence that will be in your obituary.
Okay, so the most memorable is Michael Fallat was born in 1984 in Pittsburgh, PA. He died a best-selling author, public speaker, but he was best known for helping thousands of businesses thrive and succeed through Dream Starters University. He'll be remembered greatly from his friends, his family, and his spouse, the only person that ever knew his truly romantic side. But he was a dreamer to the end, and is always known for doing what's right and pushing it all on the limits. Something along those lines. I actually have it on my website. You can take a look at it.
Oh wow, cool. Okay, I love
But basically, it's just painting the picture of that your hero, the person you really want to mold yourself into. And I'm telling you, this has helped me so much. When you get lost and you're like, well, should I take that job, or should I go out with that person, or should I read these books, or should I do this career path? Just think of that obituary and say, you know what, that doesn't meet up with where I'm going in life. I can't do that. Or this is perfect. I'm taking this. So it makes decisions easy.
I was just going to say, it helps you get to know a yes faster.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And then also, like, my mom and my dad, you always want to be a great family man. So I try to stop over as much as possible. And then you always think of, well, it's not only going to be me at that obituary, but like my family. So I always want to have, good thoughts of being valuable to them in their own obituary, loving son. And so you always think about the end, and you're always thinking, wow, you know what? If this was the end today, I better do it, because I want to make sure that obituary that I'm thinking in my head comes true.
Yeah, that's what Stephen Covey say. Begin with the end in mind.
Beautiful. Yeah.
All right. So the 7 essentials to starting a business. Number 1, have a vision, and when you think about your business or think about your life. I love this. Write your obituary and then work backwards.
Yeah.
All right.
The second one is simplicity. Don't try to complicate things. All right. People try to make this billion-dollar idea when you don't even know how to run a business, work QuickBooks accounting, and you don't know how to do accounts receivables. Don't get too crazy. Think of something very simple and go from there. Figure out your strengths, your weaknesses. Create something very simple. Your service-related businesses are the best startups in my mind. Then the next one, vision, simplicity, demand. Whatever you're offering people, do they even want it? Find out on a low scale if they even want it. Because if you're going to build something, which I've done in the past, put a ton of money into, and then all of a sudden you realize the market doesn't want it, you've wasted it all.
What's a quick and easy way to test the demand of your audience?
Hands down, don't spend a lot of money. Create maybe a mock website or whatever, but you could go to different coffee shops. You can go on the street and say, listen, I have this service. Would you even be interested in buying this? Would you even want this? Social media, you don't even have to leave your house. You could do little samples across your friends and family that are on social media. Hey, I'm thinking about starting a business. Do you think this is a good idea? Ask people. Now you could run into a situation where people were saying, like Henry Ford said, well, I didn't want to ask anybody what they wanted, because if I did, they would say they only want faster horses, right? So you do have to have that vision in mind, like what I'm adding to people's lives 10 years from now is going to be much more important than it is now. But I'm telling you right now, as a startup with very little capital, you want to have a demand right there ready to go now.
Well, sometimes people tell you what they want. Before we started actually recording for the interview, I was telling you that I was putting stuff on Facebook, and people was asking me, was it in a book? And I asked them, well, if I put it in a book, would you buy it? And so, they said yes. So that's how I actually came up with 2 of the books that I've authored. So sometimes people will let you know what they want and beg you to provide that service for them.
Exactly. If you hear people talking about problems and, man, I wish they had this done, or boom, entrepreneurs are problem solvers. Figure out how to solve a problem, and you have a job now.
All right. So first, have vision. Keep it simple, stupid, but keep it simple. And then test the demand for your product or service. Number 4.
Next one, value. You have to add value to people's life no matter what. This interview, if we're not adding value to the watchers or anybody listening to this, then it's a waste of everybody's time. So make sure whatever you do, you're adding value to them. People pay for value. People who have money want their problems solved. If you add value to their life, they're willing to give you money for it.
I just heard a speaker say people pay to have their problems faster and smarter.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Who said that?
I forgot. I listened to. Oh, no. What is his name? DeLemme. John D. DeLemme, I think is how he says it.
I gotta look that up, man. You have a lot of good books you're throwing at me today.
Yeah. While you're telling me the next point, I'm gonna search it because I actually have it on my OneDrive.
So make sure value you add to these people's lives, because like he said, when the problems get smaller and faster, their life gets easier, and that's the whole goal of everything. So the next one is know your customer. Who exactly are you trying to go after? Your target audience. Where are they located? How old are they? What are they buying in their everyday life? How much money do they have? All this. This is important because it's going to break it down to how you advertise, how you reach out to people on social media, the hashtags that you look for. Changes everything. Know your customer. The next one, incentives and rewards. Big, big thing even in your everyday life. I believe if you have a customer and you take care of them really well and they refer you to other people, you make sure you take care of those people. That's offering incentives and rewards for good behavior. Same thing with your employees, for anybody, your teammates, anybody who does something for you really like. Reward these people. It is Pavlov's dog. Something good happens, make sure good things keep happening. Reward good work, especially with your customers. They buy something, you offer another incentive to buy other things at a deeper rate. That's it. So in the last one, you're a very faith-based man. Motivation. If you don't have motivation to get up and go in the morning to accomplish some big tasks, to tackle big problems every day, you're going to have to motivate yourself through the dark days, through the days that, wow, how am I going to keep the lights on? Things are not going right for me, but this mission that I'm on is bigger than me. I have to stay on the mission because by the end of this, I'm going to accomplish something so much greater than I ever even imagined. Make sure you motivate yourself by thinking of the end goal is bigger than just money. It has to be something that you're going to be able to add value to the entire world with what you're accomplishing. So motivation is the seventh key to this whole thing.
All right. And the author and speaker that said people want things faster and smarter is John DeLemme. I need to trust my memory more. But he spells his name. It's John, of course, but D-I and then space capital L-E-M-M-E. So John D-D-I Lemme. L-E-M-M-E. He has a bunch of great stuff on his.
I gotta check that out, man.
And
That's
a
awesome.
marketing genius, especially for other authors and speakers and people in the create space type businesses or content creators. All right, so 7 essentials to starting a business. 7 essentials to starting a business. You got to have a vision, and I love your example of writing your obituary and then working backwards. And then, of course, keep it simple. Simplicity and a service-based business. Demand. Do they even want what you're trying to offer? Become a problem solver, and then listen to what people are telling you, because oftentimes people will tell you what problems that they have and beg you to solve them, and many times try to give you money to solve them. Add value. People pay for value, and of course we said, as John D. Lemme said, people will pay to have their problems solved faster and smarter. And then know your customer. I was writing in Spanish.
Yeah, that's right.
Know your customer. And then number 6, incentives and rewards. I love that. Oftentimes, if you go to someone's website, that's the thing that'll get you. If they have on there, sign up today and download my free video series on how to solve this problem. 9 times out of 10, people will do that. Or like you at your website. Speaking of that small plug here, they can go to your website and download what for free?
My book for free, dreamstartersuniversity.com. Just go to the ebook section. You can actually, and I do this exactly with my clients. You create a page, you give them a book of incredible value, and all you do is you give it away for free. But in order to get that, all they got to do is give you their email. So it's an exchange, there's a transaction. Your email for an incredible book that you can use with your everyday life. Give and receive, reward people for following you.
All right, and I actually do the same thing at my website, but I got this from John D. Lemme. He gives away 7 free, you can go get it now too, but he gives away 7 free MP3s. And I'm not talking about 5 or 10 minutes. It's like literally 30 and 60-minute MP3s at his website. So I've decided to do the same thing, and these MP3s have been a blessing to many people across the country. We talk about saving money, getting out of debt, starting a business is one of them. But if you just go to my website at larrywrobinson.com, you can actually get 7 free MP3s as well. So let's transition. So we talked about the 7 essentials to starting a business. Yes. Once you start the business, and as you know, we put on our advertisement, it's been said that if you don't market and promote that you are in business, soon you will have to market and promote that you're going out of business. We don't want this to happen to you. We don't want this to happen to you. So we've decided to provide you with some marketing secrets to grow your business once you've been in business. All right?
You got it.
Secrets to that?
Yes. So people think of marketing as this really expensive tool or very difficult thing to get a grasp on. And I'm telling you right now, I'm going to break it down for you really simple.
Okay.
Marketing is storytelling. That is all. Marketing is storytelling. Everybody has a story. No matter if they come from a rich family, a poor family, it's been great times, been bad times, they've had difficult times that they're going through right now. It doesn't matter. Everything you're going through is relatable to somebody out there. Doesn't matter what background. Now, how do you convey that message out to different people? Transparency, authenticity, that's what this new generation wants. They want to see behind the scenes. Who are you as a person? With social media, you have the ability to position yourself, to leverage yourself, and to tell your story in the easiest way possible, just by taking pictures, taking videos of yourself, Snapchatting, talking to people directly through direct messages. You want it so your story is in front of people at all times. And that is what marketing is about. Storytelling, leverage, and credibility building. Now going back to you, man, you have 2 books out there. Another little plug for you. What has those books allowed you to do? Tell your story, build credibility, and also get your audience to know, like, and trust you more. Because you have a personality that people like. I want to know a little bit more about this. I like this guy. Now that I like him, he's got my ears, he's got my eyes, what else does he have to offer? And now when you have attention, you can turn that into dollars by offering people a service and adding value to their life. Done.
Right. I love it. So marketing is essentially telling a story. You know, I normally say, when we talk about keep it simple, marketing is simply telling people who you are, what you do, and how to get in touch with you. Who you are, what you do, and how to get in touch with you. And the best way to do that is through a story. So let me ask you a question. Drum roll, please. If you were on an elevator and you only had 60 seconds to tell somebody who you are, what you do, and how to get in touch with you, Mike Fallat, what would you tell them? 60 seconds, go.
I'm Mike Fallat. I'm an entrepreneur. I've had some bad times. I've had some good times. I can help you write and publish a best-selling book and turn your dream idea into your dream business.
I love it. Now, how can I get in touch with you?
So DreamStartersUniversity.com is the best way to do it. There's a couple people you can go and take a look at. Some of the people I've worked with. His name is Cedric Penn, multi-level millionaire. Take a look at that.
Well, I want to interview him. Let's make that happen.
Yes. So Cedric Penn, very successful guy from Brownsville, Pennsylvania, came from nothing and created his own $1 million business. So I'm working with him. Margot Sandy, for all the people out there. Take a look at her.
I want to talk to her too.
Okay. Margot Sandy. She lives in Malta right now. Malta. I've never met half of these clients. Anyway, she helps people design products. So if you build it, life will come. She created her own book. What she does is, since she helps people create products, she turned her life into a story. Wow. Bingo. No brainer. Just turn it into a book. By people that she meets, reads her story, gets to know, like, and trust her, and then she's able to monetize that down the road. But that's what I do for people. If you're looking to get that done, I can help you out with that. DreamStartersUniversity.com. You can even call me on my direct phone, which is 412-496-9448. Or you can even, my favorite, and this is the greatest lead generator, is Instagram. And you can look me up as The Dream Starter, which I love.
I love it. All right, Mike Fallat talking today about 7 marketing secrets to grow your business. And he gave you a bonus right from the top, 7 essentials to starting a business, which you have to have a business to market. So I love that. Any final thoughts and comments you would like to leave with the listeners today, my friend?
No, anybody out there, people would say they have $50. in their bank account, I'm telling you right now, you are good at something. So no matter, like I said, your story is important, but you have a strength, you have a weakness, you have something to add to somebody's life. Just figure out a way to get that out to other people, and then that's able to free up time, gets you out of that job that you hate, and then you're able to live a life that you have passion for. And when you have passion in one part of your life, that spills over into other parts, relationships, social circles, in your faith, and it just becomes a wheel of, they call it the wheel of life. I don't know if you're familiar with Zig Ziglar's wheel of life, but if you live in one part, it spills over to another. So I always tell people, figure out what you're good at, turn it into a money-making business, and you're able to help a lot of people by doing that.
You know what? One final question, because I hear people kind of on the fence about business and starting a business and
Yeah.
making money, especially people of faith. Is it wrong to have a desire to start a business, make money? We know that business is really about service, but at the end of the day, is it really inherently wrong to make a profit in business?
Not one bit. Here's the thing. People who make money are able to help a lot of people. So, people who get a job that they hate, but they think it's the right thing to do, and they're making, let's just say, 12 bucks an hour, you have no time, no energy, no resources to help other people. And I believe, and I'm from the Catholic religion, so I believe that you're given a lot of things in life. You're a pipeline to help other people. So you can be a conduit from good things happening from over here to help other people over there. And the more money that you're able to make, and I believe sales is about giving, not asking, because if you give value and you get money in return, it's not them, you're not stealing money. Their problem is going away because of you. So you got to look at it that way. You're helping and you're giving, and that's service, exactly what you said. So don't ever think of money just because you're going out there and asking for money for a sale. Don't think of that as inherently bad. It's basically you're doing that so you can take care of your friends, your
Right.
family, your own people, your businesses, and then you're able to spread that message of whatever you're doing to way more people.
Right, right. Good deal. All right, Mike Fallat, thank you so very much for being a guest on Gospel on dailyinterviews.com. I also host a program called gospelinterviews.com. Tell them where they can connect with you today.
Okay, so like I said, reach out, dreamstartersuniversity.com. You can get a free copy of my book. And if you're looking to get your own story down on paper, we offer two different services. Either you write it, we take care of it, market it, and turn it to a bestseller, or we'll actually ghostwrite your entire book for you. I interview you, you send me video, you send me audios, we take your words, put it down on paper, turn it into a bestseller, get you as a speaker, grow your business, go from there, start living the dream.
All right, Mike Fallat, thank you for being a guest on dailyinterviews.com, and thank you for watching. Bless you.
Thank you so much.